are you still thinking we'll drop to 30K before halving? Yes, that's the most likely outcome. At 30K to not before the halving, but sometime between now and September, right? We should be at 30K, right? But in a general sense, not an exact timing. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed, right? If we break higher on Bitcoin, if we go and break the 47, I think it's these levels, the 47.8 or something like that, somewhere here where the candle bodies are, that's it. We're probably breaking higher and probably going to run in the direction towards the last all-time high up until the halving. And this is possible because the average person who now has access to Bitcoin, right? They only know a surface level of information, right? They only know about, there's a halving. There's going to be even less Bitcoin. But they don't understand, right, how that happens. That had always happened. And the result of that action does not affect the value of it until 12 to 18 months later. They don't comprehend that, and they're never taught that. And so if the media pushes Bitcoin is happening and we're going to see prices to the moon, like almost, if they do that, those people will buy, right? And so this just draws out an opportunity for you, right? One, you have the short of a lifetime, right? Because it's just, and right at the halving, usually you have an opportunity to make some serious dough, right? Because the average person will always get burned. They will buy into this nonsense of, hey, yeah, the media is telling them to buy. So we have to wait and see. Price action has to tell us if that's the case, and we won't know until we see a higher high, right? We won't know that. So if Bitcoin decides to pump above 50K to this month, we'll know that for sure. That's the situation. That's what they're going to do. Normally, based on historical events, once we've hit a 61.8, we retrace, right? After a long period of time, there's a retrace. That's what normally happens. But it doesn't have to happen that way. Keep that in mind. It's what normally happens, but it doesn't have to happen. Okay? So when you trade, you're trading on what normally occurs in the market, not what you know for sure is going to happen. That's it. All right. So with that said, I hope you learned something. I hope you got some information from that question. Next question is, what do you think about a long from this level to 43K? Looking at the hour, let's go to the hourly. You can see we are in a symmetrical triangle or pennant or whatever you want to call it. And so effectively, we're in the middle of this. And this is danger zone, right? So let's just see how much of a danger zone it is. What happens here is we're the point of control, right? What tends to happen is, let's zoom out of this point of control a little bit more, is that whenever we go into value, right, we test overvalue. So this is overvalued. This is above value, right? This is below value right here. See these blue lines? That's where it's indicating above and below value. And what tends to happen every time we come into value, there's an 8% chance we recheck the opposite direction. So for example, if we come from above value, which is close to here, right here, and come into value, this is the red line, the value, there's an 80% chance we're going to check below value. So effectively, once we come up to here, if we can come up to here, and so this is a good risk, but where's the your stop loss? Well, unfortunately, it's way down here at value, at below value. So you can effectively, if you want to, long, but your stops has to be right here. And so effectively, your target should be approximately this level here, 2 to 1. So yeah, there's a 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio right there. It's up 1%. I was considering it myself earlier this morning and decided against it because it was too late. There was a clear W here, pattern down here, breakout here. And then, it just got away. And maybe if we can have it come back down to retest this level down here, just around that level, I would say yes, around the 42.5. And in fact, I have an alarm for that. If it comes down to 42.5, I think it's worth the risk all the way down here, and see what happens. That if we retest the higher levels, right? Because there's a lot of push upwards, right? So it's worthwhile giving it a shot. So yeah, you can do it. The top level is way up here outside of this pennant. So keep that in mind. Which is possible because Bitcoin does, fake outs all the time. So, all right. So there's your answer. I hope you got the information you needed, and I will be going to have some breakfast now because it's late.